Hey friends, this is Chris. Welcome back. So we're actually at a protest to remove President Yoon. We're looking for impeachment and send the guy back to prison. So I want to show you a bit what's going on. We do this every day until that happens. So let me just show you guys. You can see here.
The flag is other parties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are the various parties.
Yeah.
As you just saw, there are protests going on. Basically, they're going to be happening every day until he resigns.
No, I think until resign, and I think after that starts, he needs to, needs to go to jail.
Oh,
I think so. After resign, we should put him at the court.
that's actually important, right? So not just leave the office, but like we want him in prison kind of thing. We're talking about President Yoon. If you guys haven't been following the story, he declared martial law, which basically tried to take over the country with a military coup. And Korea, the regular people said no, essentially. The thing is I want to share with you guys is some of the details from in Korea that you may not necessarily be getting from sources out in the Western English-speaking media. So for example, when you try to do a coup, you do it at the middle of the night, right?
It was 10:30 here.
Yeah. It's late. It's cold. So like, I want to stay in my nice warm bed. I don't want to get out of bed to like, try to stop this guy. But it's an important thing. So then you force people out of bed basically to do it at the middle of the night.
When there are like disaster, a lot of snow, a lot of rain, we get the like phone alarm.
Right.
There is no alarm, so he tried to quiet, and he wanted to fast, quiet and fast.
Yeah. So because think about it, like let's just say for example, let's say there is a national emergency, the North Korea is attacking us. You alert all the citizens, hey, we need to lock down martial law for a serious reason. So what happened was interesting about it is he did order the military to go to the National Assembly, so kind of like the Congress in USA, and the soldiers.
And there was like text they got.
The soldiers did.
Yeah.
So okay.
They thought it's about the North Korea problem.
Yeah, so
they got there. It's not like that at all.
Right. So it's basically a lie, basically. And so then right now there's an investigation of like, what did you know? What when did you know it? Were you part of the planning? That kind of thing, right?
Older dude.
Yeah. Are you in on the plan? Already, I think the main military person quit.
Yeah, quit. So actually, people want him to take down, but the President Yoon made him quit. So it's different, right? You yourself, and down is different. So
has different implications.
Yeah. He's quitting, but the other party they want his passport is paused.
Blocked.
Blocked.
Yeah, because
he can,
oh, sure,
run away.
Theoretically, yeah. I mean, and here's the other issue is like, so what would you charge these people with? There's different ways to think about it. One would be charge them with treason. Are you working with the North, right? That kind of thing. Another way, I think they're going is they're calling it like a rebellion, or like an internal on trying to overthrow the government. Because they are separate issues. I know in English we basically just say treason or Korean paesanja, but it is different, right? Are you just inside trying to overthrow, or are you working with the North to overthrow? Now remember, President Yoon basically said, "You guys are all communists and you're all working with the North," which is kind of crazy.
It's communist basically. You are the prisoner, but that's his side.
Yeah,
he's the treason.
Yeah, he's the one who's the treason person, right? The other interesting thing has been on TV a lot of hearings already. So we saw there was a military person. I think it might have been like second or third in command. I don't know. Would it be like this? Probably the second person. And basically, they're just asking him all these questions. And it's interesting that he was just silent. And I've noticed
he just keeps saying, "I don't know."
Yeah.
There was no main general.
Yeah. So they basically just have in English we say fall person. They try to blame, but the main person's not there.
And plus, after all this happened, President Yoon hasn't spoken anything.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
People want to know, why did you do it? Why? But no one knows.
Yeah. His whole team resigned. Well, most of them, many of them. I don't know how many are still there. The other issue as well is, okay, so you could charge him with he did something illegal, an illegal order, right? So the order itself of martial law, the president does have that power to say, hey, it's emergency. We have to, call the military to protect us from something.
But it actually
What's
to
that?
do a martial law, it has a step.
Yeah. The correct steps to do it.
Mm.
Part of the steps is like you have to call in the team, the government, the cabinet members. Everyone has to sign it a certain way. He didn't follow the procedures basically. Like you're trying to overthrow the government,
And
right?
plus martial law,
What's that?
when he wants to do that, you send the army to protect Congress, not the lockdown and threatening the Congress.
Yeah, because what he's trying to do, if you guys don't know, is essentially Congress is coming back to vote to
Vote.
cancel the martial law, and he's sending the military to block the vote,
Yeah, so
essentially, basically.
remember had an interview that they kind of the scared maybe they got caught
Okay, okay, by the
by the
military.
military. So
Okay.
some of them the crawling the fence.
Oh,
Yeah, they just use the not a gate, or
so the congressmen
the
they didn't want to go through regular door. They had to
yeah,
crawl over the fence
yeah,
to.
some of them, not all of them.
Interesting. Well, because the idea is like this is the tricky thing is okay. So what do you do basically if you're president and you guys give you a situation, say with the Trump, let's say he decides to arrest all the people in the Democratic Party. It's an illegal order basically that Trump's giving, but it is a real thing that Trump could order the military
Yeah.
if he had friends in the military that follow his
Yeah.
orders, right?
So many of them, they're kind of scary. They might, they captured by the military, but
Right, sure.
yeah, there wasn't no one, thankfully.
Well, as I told you guys in prior videos, all Koreans today should know the country's history, right? This history of essentially a dictator, people giving illegal orders, and you don't have to follow an illegal order. We actually had the military academy here. I think it was like the head of the school, the academy.
He's one of the professor at the academy.
Right.
He, I think, posted on social media that if someone asks you to go to, ask you to go out for the martial law, but he said just stay at the school.
Yeah,
That is illegal martial law,
Mm.
so you don't have to follow.
It's important for us to just share kind of what's going on here, just from in the Korean situation, to where if someone does something illegal, and I'm talking about, say, the Trump situation, you can solve these things peacefully. You don't have to everyone pull out their gun and start shooting. You don't have to do that. The images that we've been seeing a lot more than you guys have been seeing. They've been showing sort of like more inside the building. The military was with actually sort of, I wish word to say it, like kind of pushing different, either politician or press, just there's a lot of miscommunication like because in that situation you have this order, you think it's something to do with the North Korea or whatever, you come down there
You come down
and
there,
then
there's your, the Congress worker, just
right
try to block you.
right
Maybe they, the secretary who's like pushing with them, they said they didn't push that hard.
yeah
So you
yeah.
don't know.
Well, the video that
They know that something's wrong going
right.
there, but they got the order, so maybe I don't know. They don't know what to do, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say the video that I saw, because I've seen more than one, where one person had their a gun out, like a rifle, like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And anytime you have your guns out, it's just dangerous. It's just dangerous. You just don't want that because you just don't know what could happen. It could be an accident, or whatever.
Of course,
Yeah.
who does the terrorists, not just regular soldiers.
Yeah, they didn't, and that's what they did with in Korea's history with the Chung Hwan thing. He had like a loyal special forces that were like hardcore professional military people. They're all loyal to their unit. So like even if they're in a, well, let's say, bad situation, they're still going to protect their local soldiers, right? So if anyone gets angry on any side, so this is sort of in these situations, you want to make sure everybody's calm, right? The other thing that's been going on all of our political shows here in Korea, they'll have debates, right? And people in Yoon's party,
They're so silent.
yeah,
So of course there is also,
they're really quiet.
yeah, quiet, but they also defensive still defensive.
So
Oh, he has, he has a reason to do that, but no, I don't think there is a reason. The reason is the other party doesn't listen to him. That was the lead, and the doctors union, they don't listen to him. That's the reason. If you don't listen, I'm gonna do the martial law, so everybody is kneel before me.
Yeah, so it's
Why this is construction union.
oh, okay.
수뇌부 내란죄로
Many unions are now going to go on strike to
Yeah.
protest until he resigns. So the subway, the transit workers, the train is on strike. The subway's on strike. Yeah, people do. They're running at like 75%
Yeah.
capacity, I think is what's going on. There's other groups that are going to be going on strike. Are the doctors still on strike right now?
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to be like maybe teachers or police or fire, other ones.
Gonna go on strike, but you know, maybe outside of Korea, you think Korea is really dangerous, but we, as I'm Korean with my friend, we are just worried about, oh, my Coupang's gonna come, my Amazon Express gonna come, you know.
Yeah, just daily operation.
Yeah.
That was actually I saw that article because they're worried about just your daily operations. But that's how regular people think though. Regular people just, hey, I just want to live my life. I don't want any of this nonsense. But the problem is though we do have very real issues of there's not enough money in the system to keep things going at this rate. So I understand like the government's situation of where we have to take care of old people. Why are doctors on strike? Please come back. The doctors saying, "Hey, you got to pay us more." Then the regular patients are like, "Hey, why don't doctors work for free?" Like you know, like everyone kind of wants like their version of whatever quote fair is, right? And everyone essentially either wants more money or they want things that cost less, and it's hard to make everybody happy. That's what politics slash democracy is all about. The problem becomes obviously if in the Yoon situation you get so frustrated that no one listens to you. Fine, I'm just going to call the military and arrest you all, and you have to go with my thing. And then on top of that, the guy's corrupt. They're taking bribes and gifts from
Yeah, and the
people.
top people, they were all the same high school.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
they're all kind of from the same school, and they make a line. Other group doesn't listen to me. Oh, okay, I call you a military. Just do the martial law.
Yeah. So what's good though is that this old culture, because the stuff we joke about now, it was a very serious thing, say 40 years ago in Korea. That used to be how the country was run. Essentially, the buddies in high school that have this plan to take over the country. And back at that time, communication was different. Many of the Koreans are just really just regular worker, don't really
Yeah.
participate in politics, that kind of thing. But in today's modern era, people have a lot more to say. And if he doesn't go to prison, for example, we may see a lot of Koreans take to the streets to demand him to go to prison.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, because that was the first time we did it with.
Yeah.
Well, from the American perspective,
Yeah.
when people are watching, they're proud of the Koreans for standing up.
But we still vote for him,
Yeah,
for
that's a good point.
party.
Well,
So
specifically don't,
yeah,
but
same as
other Koreans do. But it's a similar situation in USA to where people feel shame for people who vote for Trump. I'm just being honest. And I understand that sometimes people who love Trump, they watch my channel like, "What are you talking about, Chris?" But that's how we feel about you guys. And I don't know if the Trump voters feel like that. We're the shameful ones, but we're not the ones spreading conspiracy theories, and we're not the ones that are storming the Capitol, and stuff like that. Now, to be fair, and this is I always mention this, guys, it was real. There were definitely looting and riots in the USA. That was plus the Capitol stuff. We saw it in LA. We saw it in Philadelphia. We all saw it. I was extremely upset. Basically, just some really unstable times, right? And I also completely agree, guys. Crime is a major problem in USA. I completely agree. That crime is a problem. It's one of the things I really dislike about life in USA. It's unsafe. I think too many people have guns. It's unsafe. I'm trying to just bring to get a full picture because sometimes people try to point stuff out.
right?
Yeah.
Not guns coming. We have snack cars coming.
Snack cars, don't get a snack cars. Yeah, Koreans generally are very
Like
peaceful.
oden
Yeah,
cars,
yeah.
tteokbokki cars.
But it's funny we laugh, but it's important. It's important to peacefully protest, right? And it's also important to stand up against injustice. In my opinion, and I know I'm not alone. What makes us feel shame about America is anyone who'd vote for Trump after he claims that Biden cheated and stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there to probably watch the video and say, "Oh yeah, Biden's a cheater," and rah. Oftentimes I don't engage and like argue with those people because it's a waste of my time. These people they listen.
Not change. They're not gonna listen. So
It's tough.
no reason to.
Now there are people in the middle, okay, and they say go hear Elon Musk, or they'll say here another side. And sometimes for some people they don't know what to believe in. I'll be honest, some people they don't know what to believe. And so one of the things I like to do on this channel with you guys is just give you an honest perspective as best as I possibly can. Yes, I have my beliefs. I totally do, right? But I also say, hey, this is what another side would say and stuff like that. And right now, like say in the Trump situation or a Yoon situation, these kind of people, they're just in it for themselves. Anyone who says, you know what, if you don't follow me, I'm going to call the military on you, that's not a good person. That's not democracy. And we should all agree that we should stand up and remove that kind of person.
So we
you guys got-
just started, so we'll see. It's gonna be, crazy winter.
Yeah, so I think the impeachment of it'll probably go forward. Just hope so. Hope quickly.
So
The prison thing we'll see. I would
Yeah.
agree. You got to throw the guy in prison. I agree with that.
acceptable.
And then the other thing that's so crazy is his party. They'll probably, I don't know if they'll strongly defend him, but if they'll just be silent. I think, and this is how, all you guys have your own opinion. Do you think being silent is the same as being on his team, right? In my opinion, when something is extremely wrong, if you don't say something, that you're part of it. That's my opinion. That you got to stand up.
Yeah,
I keep telling you every time we walk.
sometimes yes, right? I agree with you.
Yeah. So you got to if because when you look back in history, you want to be on the right side of history, not on the wrong side of history. In this situation, Yoon was completely wrong. And I'll just tell you the truth, guys. Trump is completely wrong, and sadly, people go along with it, and they're going to regret it 4 years from now after the Trump stuff. And I know people who watch Trump think, what are you talking about? But guys, I'm not an idiot. I lived through a whole bunch, and a lot of older people watch my channel. They've all seen this stuff too. And this is again why seeing the way the Koreans are handling the Yoon situation being peaceful is really important, and it's good to learn from. So anyway, I do appreciate your time. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, and we'll try to keep sharing more as this develops. And we'll catch you on the next video. So goodbye.
Bye.